Hello everybody, Ian Robson here, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Alright, so today we're trying out a new mod. This is the Peterbilt 389. This is the one done by Viper, I believe? I think that's who it's done by. Anyways, so this mod is actually on the Steam Workshop, and you can get it there very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this mod to my mod collection on the Steam Workshop. So if you look down in the description, in the very bottom, there'll be a little link to my collection of mods that I use from the Steam Workshop, and you can get this guy here as well. So this is the 389, as you can see, and you can see that they've done some good stuff to it. They've actually added quite a lot of detail since I last tried it. So I've actually tried this mod like before, and since then they've added quite a few things. So they added a lot of things you can add to it now. So now you can add like all the little things, all the little accessories that it didn't have initially, but now it does. Inside, it's still it's better than I think it looks like he sharpened it up a little bit. It's hard to say, but it looks like he sharpened it up a little bit. This is what it looks like on the outside here. Looks pretty slick. I think they did a pretty darn good job on this, and it has like a lot of the similar options they had in an ETS. Just that this truck actually fits in this map now. So there you go, that's what it looks like. As you can see, we got the rivets. They're all chrome stacks, chrome air cylinders, chrome fuel tanks, chrome step. Lots of chrome, basically. But that's how it looks like. It looks pretty good. And we got the wheel tuning kit in there too. Little Peterbilt on the wheels as well. And that's what it looks like. It's a pretty darn good little truck, actually. You can actually add all sorts of things. So they actually have two variations of these types of mirrors. They have a few variations on the type of hood ornaments. They have these little things on the side. I'm not sure what these even are called, but they have these you can put on there, which are pretty rare. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Everything else is pretty standard. They have some variations in the back, like you can put different styles. You can actually adjust the windows in the back too, so you can have like chrome or just normal. You can have whatever you like. It's pretty crazy, some of the detail the guy has got into. So he's done a pretty good job. Definitely check it out. I would recommend it. So we're gonna do a little bit of a drive with this guy. I've already done some of the drive because it's a long one. We're going from Fresno to San Simon, Arizona. It is a long trip. I think it's about 1,000 kilometers or so. So we just stopped here at a little stop area, and we'll go from there. Actually, there's one more thing I want to show you. Let's check out the diagnostics real quick. So we have a 6x4. It's the 72-inch sleeper ultra cab uni build, 840 horsepower. It's the biggest engine you can get. This is it's a Cat engine, I believe, and it has, where is it here, 4,079 newton meters of torque, which is pretty cool. Eaton Fuller 18 speed again, and the fuel tank has 1,100 liters, which is pretty neat. Alright, let's get to it. So there are quite a few different things. So it looks like very similar. So it looks like on the inside. I don't know why that. Oh, that was weird. Oh, it's funny, after initially starts up it sounds really quiet. Anyways, it looks like on the inside, that's the back there. Peterbilt everywhere basically, which is kind of funny. You can change the steering wheel quite a few different variations, and it looks like they have actually made the inside a bit more a bit crisper. Before it looked like it was a little bit not as crisp as it is now. So I don't know if that's my imagination, which it could very well be, but it looks a lot better now than it did before. So what we're gonna do is get on the road, basically. Put that into high gear. Now I'm gonna turn the engine sounds up and just be quiet so you can hear what it sounds like with this engine in there. It sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Anyways, I think that should be not too loud. But you can hear the turbo on this truck a lot with this particular engine. Each of the engines has a different sound on the turbo. And I've only used this one so far, but in my experience, they all sound just a wee bit different. This truck has tons of power. And one thing I noticed though, if you're doing like if you're shifting between gears and, get out of his way there. If you're shifting between gears and you're trying to like float through the gear sort of idea, I found it's a bit more difficult with this truck because the RPMs lower really fast. That's been my experience at least. So that's what it looks like on the outside. I think it looks darn good. So I've gone for that same styles I usually go for, with like the Peterbilt red with kind of like a pink undertone to it too. I don't know why I like that combination, but every Peterbilt I've made for a while now has all had that combination on it. So it's been really slick. But yeah, they've done a pretty good job on this. I like all the adjustments you can do, which is really nice. Before it used to be that you didn't have as many adjustments, but now it seems like you have a lot. Where does it want me to go? It wants me to do this. Oh, not this turn. Whoops. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Engine brake sounds pretty good too. Doing a little bit of a cloverleaf turn up here. Way different than what we saw in Arizona. There we go. That should be slow enough to go around this turn. So as you see, I have, or as you can hear, I should say, I have the engine brake on. Whenever you let the gas off, it'll automatically toggle, which is how I like to play with it. In this scenario, I often find that it works best for me at least. But there's some times when I should really take the engine brake off, and I just don't. See? It just drops down so fast, I find. Oof, that was close. The RPMs just drop so fast that often I find that trying to float between gears is a little bit difficult. Or I just don't switch it fast enough, I don't know. You need to make sure you put it into the appropriate gear, right? So I don't know, that's what I find at least. What do you guys think of the truck so far? What do you think of the truck? Do you like it? Hate it? I've always liked this Peterbilt. When I first looked at it, it was kind of like, when I first looked at it, it needed some more work, that's for sure. But now it looks like it's more polished. This is version 1.43 if memory serves. So they've done a lot of work on it since last time I looked at it. When I last looked at it, it was like 1.1 I think, or 1.2 maybe. So they've done a lot of work, which is good. So I really like it so far. And this journey was kind of me taking a little bit of a jaunt with it to see if I liked it better than the normal truck I use. But so far I like it. You can really, because you have such a powerful engine, you can really clip through the gears. It's not a big problem when you put your foot down, which is kind of nice because it feels like with the in-game trucks, at a certain point, it's kind of like, they're missing something here. Now it does have different engine sounds than the other Peterbilt because the real engine sound mod doesn't affect this, but they have added some of their own engine sounds here, so that's why. Has a pretty good fuel capacity, 11,500 liters. Yeah, I just find trying to float through gears on this truck a little bit more difficult. I don't know what the deal is there, but it definitely feels that way. 48 clicks. But where are we right now? I think we are in... We're just going right past LA there. And we're back on our way to Arizona in our Peterbilt. And I love this thing. This thing's awesome. It's my new favorite. There is a Volvo VNL, which is which a lot of people like as well. I haven't used it yet. Not the new version, at least. I used an older version, but the one that's out has actually been out for a while now. So because of that, it is probably better than when I first tried out. Because like a lot of times, like what's happened now is the modders have had time to like use and mess around with the mods a bit more to like polish them. Because when I first tried some of the truck mods, they were a little bit, oh, like there's like something missing here. It doesn't feel like as well put together as the in-game stuff. So, oh, of course. Of course it would just change as I'm going down the hill. But there you go, that's the Peterbilt once again. Nice looking truck. See if we can't get a screenshot of that while we're waiting for the light. There we go. Nice. I should do it from the other side actually. Probably would look brighter. There we go. Cool looking truck, that's for sure. Anyways, let's get back on the road here. Is it green yet? No. As you can see, I have the blinkers at the top there, which is always kind of cool. And does it have sidewalk blinkers too? It does in that trailer. Cool. But I don't know, I just added that in there. I think you can... Do I have it on the side too? No, those are just the regular lights. So if I turn the lights on, it should come on. Yeah, there you go. It just has regular lights right there, and it's got the little LED lights on the step there. Nice. Alright, back to Arizona. Maybe it's because I have the engine brake toggle, that's why it's harder to flow through gears. Let's see. Nope, still the same. Still getting used to this truck for driving around like that, but definitely worth a look. If you like Peterbilts like I do, definitely worth checking out. You have lots of customization options, which is sweet. I think it definitely has more than the in-game trucks. It feels like, because you can adjust quite a few things. I didn't actually look what you can adjust on the inside, to be honest with you. What's the speed limit here? 89? Let's go 95 then. Try not to get too many speeding tickets. It's funny, like I'll have lots of money that I'll buy something and then I'll just run out of a whole bunch of money. I keep buying the big trucks, replacing the old ones. Because I think a lot of time in this, well, they say that if you give your drivers better trucks, they'll be able to get more profitable jobs. Don't know how that works. I haven't seen the information relating to that yet. I don't know if it's actually true or not. I'm sure Squirrel could tell me, but I'm not really on a one-to-one basis with Squirrel or anything, so. Coffee's so good. So I don't know, there's a couple of different variations on the Peterbilt wheel, the steering wheel itself. This is more like a racing wheel, I find. I don't know why. There's like an old school like Peterbilt wheel, so like when you'd see like a 3.5, would it be a 351 maybe? That has a couple of older style ones, like I don't even call it. It's like a thin diameter for the steering wheel, and it has like metal, and it's like a really big steering wheel. Something you'd see in like an older truck from like the 50s or 60s maybe. But it's pretty cool. We got some variations there. I didn't see what else we had in here that you could actually, oops, better be careful here. I didn't see what else you had inside the actual truck that might be interesting to add, but I don't know. I didn't look inside the truck. It doesn't have don't think it has a cabin accessories choices, which is something I still miss. Oh, sorry, that was my phone telling me to do something. Still unfortunate they haven't added the cabin accessories DLC to ATS yet, and that'll be nice when they actually do, or if they ever do. But it seems like it's kind of feels like they're differentiating a little bit between ETS and ATS a little bit with some like minor things. Like for example, the national flags that came out is only available on ETS, and you can't have them on ATS, which is interesting. By the way, if you haven't done that, event, it might be too late. Oh, also, that's the other thing I did. So if you look inside, so there's that, and if you look inside, my internal light is actually red as well. And you can actually change the internal light inside as well, which is kind of neat. So at night, when you're driving around, you'll be able to see the internal light from the cab itself, and it'll look kind of neat, I think. Alright. 700 kilometers to go. Not too bad. It's all highway driving. Once you get into Arizona, the speed limit increases anyway, so for whatever reason, Nevada and California seem really slow in comparison. I guess, when is it? California is slow, Nevada is fast, but we didn't go through Nevada, so. Is this one of my high beams? Yeah. What time is it? 5. Maybe we'll stop off at one of the rest stops up here and just rest for the night. The only problem is I think we have lots of time. This is a long journey, so I don't think they would really make you wait for very long. Although I'm not digging the headlights seem like they're a little bit weak. Maybe because it's still bright outside, but the internal red light is kind of neat. So you can kind of change the color. So you can make it a green machine if you want, and make all the color of the truck green, the internal lamp green, which is kind of neat. So I don't know, I like the Peterbilt red. I'm not a huge fan of red, but I think for this truck, for Peterbilt, it looks really nice. They look pretty mean in black too, actually. At least that's been my experience so far. I found that you could basically paint it any color you like, but for whatever reason, I always go for a red with pink undertone, and I just find that looks really slick. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it basically. So, oh, what's going on up here? Come on. This is what truck drivers must have to deal with. Jeez, people stopping for no apparent reason. It's like a brake check or something. Are you still there? Are you still awake? Stop the brakes. Jeez. Some people. They seem to be out of coffee, which is a dire situation. There's actually a couple interesting little trailers you can add now to the game. There's one water tanker I've seen, which is kind of like this trailer we're just passing right now. It looks a little bit like that, and it's kind of neat. It's all chrome, if memory serves. So, one thing I do notice is that when you're driving on with hills with this, well, I have a huge engine in here, like way bigger than it needs to be, but with the bigger engine going up the hills is not a problem. You just kind of like coast up the hills doing like 90 kilometers an hour, and it's not a problem at all. Which is kind of funny because it's not always the case. Sometimes you get situations in like the other Peterbilt that I usually drive, where it's like, oh, this is a hill. Let's just slow down completely here. But in this truck, no problem. All right, so we're coming up to Arizona. Looks like that is Ehrenberg, however you say that name. And looks like there's a rest stop somewhere up here, maybe. No, that's just the town. We don't want to stop in the town. Let's put our high beams on. There you go. It's kind of neat. In real life, you rarely use your high beams, but, well, I mean on the highway. Like this type of highway. Because there's usually other people. I don't know what the laws are here, but I believe it's 150 meters or 100 meters here in Ontario. Basically, if you see somebody coming, turn your high beams off. And I believe you can get a ticket for it. I don't know anybody who's ever got a ticket. Oh, this is the first time I've been in a way station now. In Arizona, at least. Oh, that's interesting. Better be careful, I'll get a ticket going down this area here. That's funny. I actually have got to take a coin through in this little area here. You can move the way station service. Oh my goodness, that is annoying. Stop at the scale. I will. I'm just following the speed limit here. Actually, I'm going a little bit slower than the speed limit. So this is a situation where having that engine brake on doesn't really make a lot of sense. Alright. Gross weight. I wonder what happens like if you're overweight. I wonder, well, eventually I suspect they will add that functionality. But, oop, that's reverse, Iain. It's funny, I was playing ETS earlier on today, and it's I have it, the gearbox is a totally different setup. Let's go over here and see if we can't sleep. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. Usually at way stations you can, but... Let's see. Turn your engine off and sleep. Anything? No. We're gonna simulate a sleep here. 1 second. There we go. I don't know why I wouldn't let you sleep there, but that was my simulated sleep, so you guys didn't have to watch the rest in the dark. There we go. And the parking brake, of course. It's funny, I like, in this truck, it's like you don't even need to go into second gear. Like, because I am already using high-low, so I'm basically skipping like 2 gears. But I really don't need to. Actually, we'll go out this side. Give us a bit more leeway so we don't actually run into anything, hopefully. Well, that was pretty close still. Yeah, so I don't know, like, you don't even need to go into, like, you can go first to third without a problem in this truck. I don't know what the deal. I think it's just so powerful that it's like, oh, you're in second gear? Really? Merge car, merge. What are you waiting for? There you go. Jeez. Rookie drivers, eh? There we go. If you're wondering how I was just able to jump to 8 o'clock in the morning, it's done with console commands. It's a pretty easy thing to do, but it allows you to do stuff like that. So, if you'd like to know how to do that, I'll link a video in the top right-hand corner. You can't see me, but I'm pointing to it right now, so. But I'll put a video to that up there if you're interested, and then you can do that and some other things too, like if you want to go to a specific city, for example, or if you want to go to a specific time, if you want to float around, those types of things. Alright, so we got 455 kilometers to go. These cars are slowing down up here, so let's merge, move into the other lane here. So I'm doing 105, and the speed limit's 121. These people are behind a truck, that's why. So we're coming into Arizona now, so that's, as soon as you see the speed limit change, basically, as far as I understand, that's going to be Arizona in this game, because I think California's a slow state, Nevada's pretty quick, and Arizona's even quicker, like in terms of top speeds. Like, you can do 121 here. I have my truck limited to 105 because I just get reckless once I go past 105. Even at 105, I've made some pretty ridiculous mistakes, so I tend not to push it past 105 for that reason. Interesting enough, Verde in Camp Verde is green, apparently. Did not know that. So I always someone left a comment saying Verde is like green and camp is, I think, I forget what that one was, but I remember green, and they were saying that means green, which is kind of neat. Verde is green. So in French, green is like vert, like vert. It's like V-E-R-T. Oh, this is our turn up here. There we go. Oh, this is the wrong turn. Totally the wrong turn. Oh no. Or is it right? I don't think I was supposed to take this turn. Oh well. It'll definitely direct me in the right direction still. Which looks like I'm going to go in a roundabout way now. I don't think I've ever driven across this intersection. Jeez. That's a weird intersection between the different highways, because usually... yeah, I don't remember seeing that one. I think that's the first time I've driven over that one. Let's merge. And then unmerge. I don't know if you can call it unmerging. Alright. Stop sign up here. So like these types of hills are like less of a problem in this truck, just because it just has so much power. See? And that's what I was used to with the an ETS. With this truck. See? I don't know why I go in second gear. So like those hills are like no problem on this thing. Like you can just cruise through those things, the hills. Because you have so much power though. It's so much torque, I should say, really. Torque and power, whatever you want to call it. This is what happens when you miss your exit. You have to do silly stuff like this. Alright. I'm sure Beavis is laughing now, jeez. Geography, he would probably say. I think I see a little bit of a city here, though. It's kind of neat. So I don't know if you can see, but I have these, I don't know what they're called. I forgot what they call this. Outlaw lights, I think they called them, or something. Look pretty neat. UPS guy. But they had quite a few options actually for this truck, which was really nice. So if you're like me and you like to, like, you know, because I tend to use like only one truck a lot of the time because Peterbilt's rock. So you can kind of change it up when you don't want to have the same style. So you have quite a few options, is what I'm trying to say. But I will have to look up the Volvo VNL again to see what they have done to improve that. Because last time I checked it out, the sound of it was really nice, but the interior was kind of like not super exciting. Alright. Let's make this turn. It's funny, when I was out west, British Columbia and all that, I actually described to my wife what the engine brakes were. She's like, what are engine brakes? Why do you keep talking about that? Just because you can hear it all around, because there are like so many hills. And you can hear all the truckers like hitting the engine brakes. And they're going down the hill, trying to slow down and not crash, basically. Alright, now, do we want to take this exit? Yes, okay. This is what you gotta pay. Sometimes the intersections you gotta really pay attention to, because there's some really strange ones on this in Arizona. A lot different than I would be used to, at least. Because like in Ontario, we have like I don't know what you can call them. I guess it's a clover style. So like you always have like an on-ramp, off-ramp. You don't really have these like this kind of lane with a merging lane on it. Not normally, at least. Alright, there we go. Now we're back on track, which is good. It's gonna have this lane because this lane exits. There we go, nice. It feels like you're going so fast right now in comparison to what we were just doing. But a lot of people seem to like Arizona. A lot of people were commenting on the fact that it's a little bit yellow, and I agree, it is. It is a bit yellow. But that's to be expected, I think, because Arizona is actually like that, as far as I know. I'm no expert, though. I'm not even from the United States, so I can't really talk about that at all. If we were Canada, I could, you know, have a little bit of a say at least, but here, not at all. Do I have to turn? I bet you I do. Whoa, buddy! You just drove right into me. What's up with that? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video now and see what he did there. It looked like he just like tried to merge right into me. Like, I don't think I was. I'm pretty sure I was in the lane, so, and not floating between lanes. So I'm not sure what the deal is there. But you do have the same options on this truck as you used to. You have the Cat Cummins engine, however you want to say it. You have the Detroit diesel, I believe, and one other one, if memory serves. And they all sound a little bit different. I think the Cat engine has a bit of a higher whine with the turbo. The Detroit diesel is a bit more throaty, I think, if memory serves. So you can choose the engine that works best for you. So sometimes that's what I'll do. I'll change the engines just because I like the way the one sounds better than the other one. So I think it's Detroit diesel is the one I like the most. See, this is what happens when you have an engine capable of going up hills. You end up passing other trucks really easily. Like I've just put it on cruise control, basically doing 105, and we're just passing trucks. Technically that truck should have been in the right-hand lane. Usually you'll see signs on highways that say slower vehicles keep right. But sometimes, you know, for whatever reason, you're trying to pass another truck or another car. I've been passed by a truck before. I don't drive very fast in real life. Let's move into the right-hand lane here. So, I don't know. It's interesting. Out west, we saw a lot of tandem trailers. Like a lot. Like it seemed like they were everywhere out there. In Ontario, you do have them. Usually it's when farmers are harvesting grain, you'll see tandems sometimes. You'll see dump trucks pulling a little dump pup, I think they call it. We need to get in this left lane here. Oof. Yes. It's kind of a weird little turn. But we saw a lot of lumber trucks as well, so like logging trucks, and a lot of them would have tandem trailers as well. And they'd be able to pull the trailer up back behind the other, like onto the main truck, so you could just have, you know, just the rigid body truck without the extra trailer at the behind. Kind of like you can do in Farm Sim. There's like a truck you can do that with. I forget what it's called now, but there is one. I think it's like a Russian style or something. I don't think I've seen any like Peterbilt. I saw a lot of Peterbilts out west, which is kind of neat. A lot of newer ones, a lot of new dump truck styles. All with Peterbilts and Peterbilt engines in it, I guess. Ooh, I think I have to try to remember this now. I think it's part of the PACCAR company. So we're kind of waiting for when ATS, or I should say SCS, adds another truck to ATS. Because right now they only have 3 trucks. And with modded trucks, there are a few extra ones. But not like really, like there's this one now seems to be pretty solid now. There's a Freightliner Classic, I think it's pretty good, or a Freightliner Coronado, which is pretty good, I think. There's also the Volvo Vienna, which seems alright, but I haven't really checked it out very much. And then there is the... I think that's it, basically. There's not a crazy amount of good ones. And I guess there's some ETS conversions that have come over to ATS. I can't say much about that because I used to drive an American truck in ETS all the time, so... what can I say? Alright, coming up in our destination, got about our 50 kilometers to go. According to the clock, we got 55 minutes to go, which is not super far in this game. Normally, an hour in real life feels like forever sometimes. But in this game, an hour is like, 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Train. like we should be slowing down soon. Yep. San Simon. Or San Simon, how do you want to say it? Perfect. I find the reflections on some of this truck are a bit not amazing, but I don't know how easy. I'm sure it's not easy to do at all, which is why I can't say much about it. But so I don't know if it's an easy or difficult thing, but I'm assuming it's difficult to make the reflections look really, really nice. Like on the bug deflector on the top there, you can see how there's kind of some reflections, but sometimes you see them, sometimes you don't. So what's the speed limit here? 60. Okay, we can do that. Where is our drop-off point here? Looks like it is right there. Let's drop down. Oh, I guess I should have gone around the other way. What we'll do is we'll do this then. No, we don't want to skip that. That's easy. We probably should have gone in here, but I didn't realize it was here. So we're dropping off gas, so it makes sense that it'd be at a gas station, right? Alright, so here is the turn. So I've left the parking at I've made it so it's the easy one. So it's like, it's not like it automatically parks for me. It's oh cool, it's right over those things too. I think I talked about that in one of the previous episodes. That's neat. Parking brake. So I mentioned this before, but it's actually in the so see where the truck is? That's right over the place where you drop off the fuel, which is kind of neat. Alright, decoupling the trailers. Nice. Good work. So it was 1,300 kilometers altogether. A little bit of damage to the trailer apparently, which is a bit of a shame, but we lost 67 experience because of that. It's a bit of a shame. Sheesh. So there you go, folks. That's the Peterbilt 389. And I'll put a link in the description. So it's part of the Steam Workshop, so I'll put my Steam Workshop collection in there if you want to grab some of the other mods there too, like the Coyote brake sounds and all that jazz. I hope you enjoyed this episode of American Truck Simulator. I know I always do. I love this game. If you want to see some more American Truck Simulator, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more American Truck Simulator. My name's Iain Robson once again, and I'll catch you guys later.